Hello everybody, and welcome to the second Menace video that I'm producing today. This is our first mission. It is the secure perimeter mission we had a look at in the last video. We are dropping into the center of this combat zone. We have a group of pirates around us. Hopefully none of them are vehicles, so we have no anti-vehicle weapons on us. If you skipped the first video, we've already fitted out our squads. We have the 103rd Recon with a sniper rifle, only 2 units to the squad. We've got them here with the SOC rifle, marine body infantry armor, grenades. We've upgraded him to have the sprint ability and the counter-strike ability. We upgraded Jane to have the recon ability or scout ability. We've got Lance Corporal Edwin Pike with the crowbar, protective plating, and grenades. We're not bringing Renu for this mission. We're going to try and fit her into the next one if we can. We've got Jean here with the medium MG and soft armor. And then we've got Cody Griefinger with improved small arms plating. And I forgot to give him his SMG, so I'm glad I checked that. That has actually slightly taken us over the limit, which means I'm going to have to take one soldier out of this squad. So I have customized all of our squaddies. So we've got Chris Bloke 1 and Sir Crazy Dice Power in the 103. We've got Brecklist, Core 21, 21, 21, Fat Newbie 2, Hildebrand, Juniper, Lexriel, and Sorbacol in Lim Squad. In Pike Squad, we've got Adam Rickerby, Demonicus 110, Feathers 127, Karthakuda, Kashmir Goat, King of Gurai, and Papershank. In Jean's squad, the 2 supporters, we've got Kumango and Ubitia. I hope I said those correctly. And then finally in Griefinger's squad, the tip of the spear, we've got Andrew Robinson, Cliff S, Flesh Pocket, Nook Vessel H, Owen, Peter Saber HDR, T-Rem, and Zinc 1701. So we can't actually rename the leader of the squad, but we can rename all the squaddies that come with them. Our deployment zone is here. I've put us in a little bit of cover. We've put the very reliable Edwin Pike to cover the south area. My plan is to try and wipe out the north, use the cover here. If we can get to it, try and set our sniper up here, and then we'll sweep down to the south if we can. But let's get this show on the road. Let's get this mission started, and I will see you on the ground.
I'd rather be working alone, but the incentives were too good.
Okay, we are on the ground in the mission area. Now, the first disappointing thing is there's no tower. Sometimes these missions have a tower you can deploy into. This one doesn't, but this is still a really nice spot for our sniper to deploy into because there's a lot of cover around it. We can activate our squads in any order, and then it's basically turn-based. We have a few things at the bottom of the screen here, so we have all of our abilities, what weapons everybody's using, etc. The different fire modes for our weapons. Charles' squad here has the sprint ability, which I can activate to give them extra movement. I also have the ability to bring in a minigun strafing run and an unguided missile strike from space. So this is being fired from our actual ship that we arrived in the sector in. What I want to do is probably just get set up this turn. We don't really know who's coming for us. I don't want to push out too hard. We do actually have an enemy squad already visible to us, so we may start off by taking those out. I'll just give you a quick look at the actual units. The modeling and detail is really nice. I've cranked the graphics as high as they can go in the preview. I think things look pretty great. You can see the SMGs, the equipment they've got, the armor. There's Charles' Lim squad. There's Charles himself. There's the 103rd. With the sniper rifle, and then here's Pike and his reliable Marines ready to set up and take cover. We'll see them scuttle around, take cover, take shots. I'll try and make things as cinematic as possible. I also don't want to keep you waiting around. If you've watched any of my other tactical series, I don't tend to sit and think. I react. So we're going to move into cover here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the ability Deploy, which sets the squad up and lets them get access to their specialist weapons. So I'm going to press X, that's going to deploy the squad. We have 48 action points left, which is just enough to fire a shot from the sniper rifle. And guess what? This squad are in range, and that's one of them down. Let's have a look at the pirates. They're in what looks to be mostly space armor. They're actually activated in response to us firing. These guys, I think, look like they have jetpacks, but they don't. There are enemies that do have jetpacks, however. Okay, what else are we going to do with our squads here? And I want to probably set up our machine gun into this square here. They've got good cover of this way, but they can also turn and fire over here. The other option is to put them here. Actually, yes, I think we're going to move our machine gun over to this position here. And then we'll deploy that as well. So she's just ready for next turn. She's got no targets right now, but we're going to spend a couple of turns maybe just sitting around. I am going to push. So what we can do now is we can end her turn with F. I have to complete a turn before someone else's turn starts. And what I want to do is I want to smoke this area here and move our Marines into position here. We can use this building as cover. So I'm going to throw a smoke here. And then we're going to move into it. Smoke's quite tricky to use in this game because you only get 2 turns of smoke. but it does block line of sight. So our Marines are now here. This is the SMG squad. Now for Charles' Lim squad, I'm actually going to activate Sprint. which lets them run a lot further. Now, this is not cover. It is just a chain link fence. So I'm actually going to run them into this square here, which has them fully within the smoke, makes them unable to be detected. And they're just making their hustle in. Now, they haven't detected anyone, but they can't really see out of the smoke, so that's to be expected. I'll end their turn. And then I'm just going to deploy this squad. I might actually move them up to this rock here. Let's move them into this position for now, so they're out of the deployment zone. They don't have enough action points to take a shot at these guys. That's actually used up most of their turn. But now into round 2. I want to leave the squad in the smoke for as long as possible, so we're going to activate them last. The squad at the moment that is in the biggest danger is this squad here, because if they get shot from this direction, cover is very directional in this game. You can see very easily they've got medium cover in this direction and this direction. They've got light cover on these angles, but they have no cover from this way at all, and they will get cut to pieces if they get hit from that direction. Most enemy attacks are going to come from these facing, so I want to get them behind these rocks here. So I'm going to move them here. They get hard cover on this facing, and then they get medium cover on these two facings. They're open from the sides, but we're hoping that nobody gets there. Okay, they're now in position, and we have a shot on these guys here. I can't go full auto, but I can take a 2-shot burst on them, and if I cursor over them, I should get, on the right-hand side of the screen, a preview. And the most important thing there is the game is telling me that the guns that I'm using against these guys have full armor penetration against them, which is perfect. So we're going to... I want to try and catch this, so I'm going to zoom in. You can see them all firing their shots, and then on them... Oh, we've actually got them to wavering already and pinned them. These guys are not very happy. I think there's only one guy still alive in the squad, and we'll deal with him in a second. Oh, there we go. Enemy chain gun squad just came out of cover. They are down here. We can't actually see them, but they fired at us. That's going to be a little bit of a problem to deal with because our sniper can't see them to do anything. I might need to relocate our MG, because I don't have line of sight on them where they are right now. We can't actually see because of the cover in this direction. We're getting line of sight from our sniper, but our sniper's vision range isn't far enough to see them. I don't think... No, I don't even have range to fire on them if I wanted to. I could move our sniper to here, which would probably give us the range to fire on them, and I think that's what I'm going to have to do. So we're going to undeploy the sniper, which uses up 20 action points, and we're going to run them to here. They should be fine to be out of line of sight to get fired at. Next turn they can move into cover and fire. So all they're doing this turn is relocating. I thought this was going to be a good location for them, but I didn't expect a machine gun to be set up behind this rock here. So that's her turn complete. We're now back with this group. Let's get these guys out of the smoke in case it disappears on them. No sight of any enemy. I'm actually going to move them one square further over. And they're going to end their turn there. I'm not going to deploy them. And then we're going to move these Marines into the smoke. And we'll end their turn there.
Finally.
That just leaves our machine gun, which I'm going to leave deployed here. It's covering all of this. Basically, it's covering all of this. It's there to just hold everything down. If they start coming from this direction, we'll relocate to here, which will give us cover in this direction. If we're being attacked from this way, we'll be here for this direction. If we have to, we can fall back to here. We've got cover on both sides. Let's see what they do. Okay, straight into round 3. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to activate my sniper, move them to here. They should now get line of sight. They now have line of sight. We'll deploy them, and they still have enough for a shot. And the great thing about Jane, or Darby, I'll use their surnames, is that she will disable their chain gun. Now, unfortunately, well, you can actually see the chain gun. There's the model for it there. Doesn't really look like a chain gun, but this is a chain gun team. So we're going to get her sniper rifle. If she gets the hit, then we will disable the gun. That's perfect. So they can no longer use the gun this turn, and they are suppressed from losing a member. And you can see the top bar is, so the 3 bars you can see on their health is morale, armor, and health. They're almost broken. We've taken them past the first level of morale damage to halfway through the second one. That's going to be the end of their turn. Sniper, very great team. They're actually activating in response to being shot at and moving into harder cover. I don't blame them. These guys are in the open, so I'm going to activate them next and put them into cover. And there's not really much else I can do with them because we can't see any enemies, so I'm just going to end their turn. Yeah. I just didn't want to leave them hanging out in the open in case something did happen. Most of what we're doing right now involves these squads down here, but these guys here are not really an entity, so I want to leave these active for as long as possible in case another squad shows up. So we're going to actually activate our Marines. We're just going to bring them around the corner here, see what they can see. Now, I've got a choice. I could actually tuck around the corner here, or I could relocate to this position. This position will give me a lot of line of sight. I'm a little bit worried that if I do relocate to here, we're going to end up in a position where we're in light cover, and we don't have a lot of action points to do anything with. We've already spent almost 25 action points coming around this corner. If we were to move to here, we'd only have 31 action points left. The best we would be able to do is deploy, which this squad doesn't need to do. Now, this squad does have a bonus in that the first squad that shoots at them every turn, they will shoot back at them, and they have some of the best guns that we can give them. So they are pretty good at taking fire, but I am going to hold them for one turn, and next turn we're going to step out. Just so I've got enough action points to take a shot at someone as well.
Yeah.
And we're just going to hold with the machine gun. Alright, nobody else has come out. We'll just take a shot at this squad here to wipe them out. And that's the guy died with the first shot. And that's all we can do. I'm not going to push out into the desert. I don't want to be caught out in the open. If we have to, we will. Okay, round 4 has kicked off. There's very little enemy activity. I was expecting them to push us. So we're going to relocate to this position here, which will give us line of sight. And that's what I thought would happen. So we've got another... Is this an EMP team? This is another chain gun team. So they're not deployed at the moment. They're just kind of... Oh, what's going on? Oh, I don't know. Sorry. I'm really excited for this game, so I might say some weird stuff. Now, they're not actually in range of the battle rifle at the moment. I could move forward to here, and I would be able to get a shot on them and probably suppress them, but it would leave me out in the open. However, I think I need to be proactive here. Okay, this is a huge problem. This is a pirate MRLS truck. MLRS. This thing will cause us significant problems. Luckily for us, it's slightly armored, but the missiles this thing fires are devastating. Cover doesn't really matter much against it. We're actually just going to engage these guys, and we're going to try and get close to it and hit it with small arms fire. If you look here, we've got full armor penetration against these guys. I don't know if I'll get a preview against this. You can see that we have no armor penetration against it, but that might just because of the range. We'll have to wait till we get a bit closer. You can see their guns are silenced, and that whole squad just got absolutely... Well, they're now fleeing. They're essentially taken down, and we can actually get back into cover as well after that, which is a pretty good result, I think, for that turn. Okay, let's end their turn. Yep. Now, I want to start moving these Marines forward, but at the moment, we're actually blocked by this fence. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk them over to here, and I'm going to throw a grenade here. And that took her out of the fence. So next turn we can sweep through this way. I've just basically opened up some cover for us to move through. That's all they can do right now. Okay, these guys have come back out of cover because they're able to use their chain gun. They stepped out, took a shot, and went back into cover. That's really cute. That's really cute. Okay, if I wanted to storm them, we'd have to run straight at them. The problem is this squad doesn't have smoke. What is the range on your sniper rifle? They're not actually properly. They're on the edge of range here, so I can't even shoot them with the sniper rifle from here. Ideally, I think I want to bring this squad forward, then bring these guys forward, put the sniper in cover here. We're going to have to cross open terrain, which is a problem, especially because we can't shoot back, and the closer we get, the nastier this chain gun is going to be. But I think we just have to make the push. What I'm really worried about is what we will reveal moving forward. I'm basically concerned about other pirates that may appear. We now have vision on these guys. We could try and suppress them. I don't think the suppression is going to be very good, however, with this two-shot battle rifle. The other option is I just run for it. Either way, I think we're going to take a lot of damage. Grenades, I need to step 2 steps further forward for grenades. I won't have enough AP for that. I don't want to get pinned down and suppressed to death, but I think if we just run for it, we can crawl into cover, and this squad is very good at recovering from being suppressed. We also didn't reveal any other enemies, which is really interesting. Let's activate our sniper. We're going to undeploy them. I'm going to start running them into this position here.
Moving to waypoint.
I just don't want them to get caught out in the open. Okay, they're fine.
Fine.
And again, the machine gun's not doing very much right now, so I'm going to undeploy it, and we're going to start moving it over in this direction to support against that tank. Well, that vehicle. I will just end their turn there. Okay, this is just a pirate squad. Do we know anything special about them? Are they an EMP squad? This is a pirate scavenger squad with an RPG. So if we'd had a vehicle, these would be a threat to us. As it is, they're not really. They're also in range of our machine gun. Almost in range of our machine gun. I could probably get the machine gunners to here and still have a shot. No, I wouldn't this turn. We could put our machine gun in cover here and be ready to deal with them next turn. One big problem is that these guys have a flank on all of these units here, meaning that they're really exposed to them. But if I just cancel out of her... this is not cover, unfortunately, but that is a position where I could actually shoot at them without getting hit. The other option is I move to here. They're going to get an angle, like they're going to get some cover on me. The problem is I don't want to step on this side because we know there's a vehicle over here that will shoot us in the back. It's a good little pincer the enemy's got us in. The other option is we smoke them with our commandos and bring the commandos up. So we could smoke right here, which would protect all of these squads. And then once the smoke, we'll just run into the smoke here. And then next turn we'll be close enough to assault them with our SMGs. I think that's a pretty good use of our time there. I should have thought about these guys. I didn't really consider them. I did actually have the opportunity to not let this happen. I should have activated them first. All right, let's get the sniper in range. The sniper is in range. We don't have line of sight. So let's get the sniper up. These guys can crawl into cover when they get a turn. I don't want them to get shot at too. That's the rocket truck firing an MRLS barrage. Luckily, okay, this is getting out of hand pretty quickly. I have to deal with these guys because they're suppressed. All they can do this turn is crawl, but at least this will get them into cover. Unfortunately, we've lost two squaddies. We've lost Paper Shank and Kashmir Goat. I'm very sorry. My bad strategizing got you killed. Okay, these guys are pulling back. Okay, we're gonna have to push to take out this truck. It's gonna have to be this squad that do something about it. Let's bring them around the corner. Oh, there's so many enemies here. We're gonna have to move into cover here. I just can't afford to sit out in the open. Alright, that's their turn over. With another pirate squad moving in, we just have to be very careful. They've moved out of line of sight. You are currently in crawl mode. You're actually in good cover. We haven't lost any of you. I could crawl them to here, but then next turn try and slug them in here for some shots. That's probably what I want to do if I activate them first. They'll recover some of their morale. They're only just pinned down, so they should be fine next turn. We may actually need to... I think I am going to call an unguided missile strike here. It's going to take a few turns to arrive, but this will just hopefully soften up whatever is still there next turn. Okay, this is actually a new round. I have to think very careful about the order I activate people in here. These guys have recovered, but they are in cover. Our snipers are deployed. I think we need to get our machine gun is the most exposed unit right now. So I'm going to move it into cover. I'm going to get them to undeploy. I'm going to move them into cover. And then I'm going to deploy them again. That's all they can do this turn. So action economy is actually really tough in this game. Again, relief is coming. Getting pinned down by the machine gun sucks, but I can actually do something about it this time. The guys aren't getting hurt, though, because they're in cover, so I don't need to do anything with them right now. These guys are still in the smoke. I kind of think I might just want to open up on this with a full auto. So sustained fire, it will not penetrate, but this thing will take damage. The other option is we just go for 2 standard shots. So the 2 standard shots is 338 for suppression, armor reduction 20%. It's the accuracy. I'm looking at the chart at the bottom. Basically, I'm doing more damage. The accuracy is higher on this, so we get more chances to hit. The other option is I move these guys who are in the open, and that might actually cause them some problems if it shoots its missiles at them. They don't have the movement to get here and shoot, however. And I really need to take these guys out. I also need to keep everyone as split up as possible for that rocket attack that's going to come in. You know what? I think I might actually bring them to here. We'll deal with these guys with the machine gun and the sniper. We'll get these guys out of being in the open, and we'll engage this next with our next action. I'm just very not wanting to leave units out of cover.
Let's see you, Buck.
You saw what happens when you do. Okay, we've got another squad here. This is a scavenger squad with an RPG. Lots of RPG squads, which is interesting. We do actually have a shot here, but they don't have range on anyone right now, so we're just going to end their turn. Okay, these guys just deployed. They're probably going to shoot. Yeah, they're shooting at our machine gun. Now the machine gun's in cover. It's not taking anywhere near as much damage, and we'll be able to blast back at them next turn. Okay, you I'm going to actually activate. You need to deploy. You've got enough for 2 shots, so 1 shot's going to be on this squad here. That's a miss. I'm going to fire this squad. I need to disable this machine gun. Okay. That didn't disable the gun, which it should have. He's now driving away from us, which I don't mind too much. He's still in strike range. You guys don't have an attack, do you? This is blocking your line of sight from the rear. They've got pretty good range. This is probably the location, but they're not going to have a shot if they get there. If I put them here, the next turn I can step forward and see what's there. And if these guys are still here, then I can take a shot at them when I move forward. Okay, we're going to fire at this guy here. Okay, that squad's taken out.
I'll give you your due.
We don't want to get too close to this strike because it can scatter. Okay, who's still active? Kim's still active. These guys are moving up. They've moved out of line of sight. Okay, the first thing we need to do is activate you, get your machine gun, and mow these guys down. They're in the open. They're going to get fully penetrated. This is a really terrible place for them to be deployed. And that is them pinned down instantly. There's nothing else for this squad to shoot at, but I only get a few shots with the machine gun. So I'm actually just going to fire at them with our carbines for the second use of the action points. They're not going to be that accurate with them, but the idea now is to keep these guys pinned while I deal with other threats. We should now see this missile strike.
Fire mission underway.
I think we got the vehicle.
Impressive work, Major.
Okay, we need to deal with this. This has been a huge problem this entire mission so far. Can I take out... They're in heavy cover. Can you guys just get around? Hang on a second.
Yeah.
Wait, are they still pinned down?
Yep.
Orders?
Did I end his turn or is he pinned? Wait, where are they? They must be pinned. Did I accidentally end their turn? No, they condition unaffected. I must have somehow ended their turn without realizing it.
Orders?
That's annoying. We'll just have to take the sniper shots then.
I can't get through that cover.
Okay, that's one of them down. They are now fleeing, which means they shouldn't bother us next turn. I do sometimes hit F by accident. Oh, sugar. These guys are close. I can't believe I used sugar. The characters in this game are swearing. Well, now you get to see what these SMGs do at close range. Hello, this is an assault squad. Welcome to die. And that goes that whole squad. And we'll just move back into cover.
Thanks.
Remember that the closer Grief Finger is to his target, the more damage they take. We've got another squad coming out of the back here. I'm glad I got my machine gun in this position. Alright, who do I still have? I've only got the Major left. Sorry, I call him I think he's a Major for some reason because of the hat. I know that doesn't denote anything. He's a Sergeant. Okay, no sign of anything around the corner here. We did get the truck, which is huge. That's what we needed to get. I think I'm going to move into position here. The squad that they just killed was the squad that was around here. I wanted to make sure there wasn't anything else. So we'll sweep this way with Charles's squad. We'll bring these guys back in this direction. This is now our biggest threat. Let's end the turn. These guys are also a big problem now.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's think about how we're going to deal with this. Sniper, I think, could take these guys out. They also have a shot on these guys, which will suppress and pin them.
Someone else.
I'm actually going to just... Okay, they are now suppressed. That reduces their movement. I'm going to try and... if I could take out this last guy with a sniper, it frees this squad up. Hit, but did not kill. Okay. We tried. You can see how they lost their suppression completely. Okay, we need to do something with the machine gun squad. So you need to suppress these guys. Doesn't matter that they're in cover. Just shooting them with the machine gun scares the crap out of them. They're now suppressed, and then we're going to suppress this squad as well, just to keep them out of the fight. They're now fleeing, so that's a morale break on them. Excellent. These guys, I'm scared of. They've got a flank on our machine gun, but they're too suppressed to do anything about it this turn. I'm going to sprint back my Marines. They can deal with them next turn. Next turn, they can just step out and shoot them if they go first. These guys are fleeing. Might actually make it off the map. No, we'll just shoot them and kill them then. Oh, he's actually doing a big run. Okay, can you just kill this guy? Oh, he actually did run off. Okay, I clicked it a little bit too early. I thought he wasn't going to make it. Whoops. Do you have enough for a movement? Oh, you're deployed. Okay, that's their turnover. You guys, I just want to move. Let's give you a sprint. And how far can you get? You can get all the way to here on a sprint. Do it. We have actually completed our mission objective at this point. But I would like to get a couple more kills if we can. Okay, new turn. This is when I want to take these guys out. If I move to here, we have enough for an attack. If I move to here, we don't have enough for attack. If I move to here, not enough. If I move to here. So I think if we just move here, we can shoot these guys and we've got cover. And what we'll do is we'll use the secondary fire on the SMGs, which is a ranged attack. SMGs don't do great damage in long range, but there's a suppression that we needed to stop them killing our machine gun.
Yeah.
Okay, we fired a rocket and a machine gun, not very effective. I'm going to actually activate the machine gun. They're out of range, which sucks. So we'll just keep these guys pinned. And we'll just fire our carbines at these guys. And that's that squad wiped out. Good work, machine gun squad. Okay, that's the end of their turn. These guys are suppressed, so they're disincentivized from moving. Let's bring our other Marines back in. And then we'll end the turn with them. And these guys can move up as well. We're not going to get a shot this turn, unfortunately, but we can get into cover. I really like the way the units move in this game. I love the armor. I just think everything looks fantastic.
Let's do
this. Is better than I thought it was going to be, if I'm being completely honest, after Battle Brothers. That's their specialist disabled. How good is this sniper rifle, by the way? Just an absolute machine. Alright. Let's finish them off with the ranged unit. These guys here can just make short work of them.
Move it, Marines!
No tracers on these guns because they're silenced. That's that squad. That's that squad wiped out. We'll use the machine gun, I think, to try and finish this squad here. Although they were not actually going to hurt them, but we'll keep them pinned.
In the green.
I'm just going to shoot them with the machine gun again. That's them totally wavered. Then if I bring you, so what's the range of a grenade is 1, 2, 3. If I bring you to here, you don't have enough for a grenade. If I bring you here, you might be able to hit them with a grenade. We can certainly try it. No, they haven't got the range for a grenade. Let's just run towards them. They're currently suppressed. There's very little they can do to stop this. Fix and flank.
Sure.
There's not a lot you can do to help right now. Let's just bring you back to here. And
Orders.
End your turn, and then we'll just finish with these guys. If you move here, do you still have an attack? You don't. Well, if you move here, you can grenade over the rock. They are now fleeing, and they are pinned down.
Yeah.
You can't shoot them with your machine gun because you're out of ammo for the machine gun. That's the main problem with the machine gun, is it just doesn't have a lot of ammo. Shooting a unit in heavy cover like this isn't really going to pay off. I don't really think there's anyone who can take part in this apart from the sniper. Let's just run them to here. So that's them undeployed, moving on the open. I don't think there's any other enemies left. It's just this squad. And we'll just end everybody else's turn. Okay, we'll finish them off with Griefinger. Coming around the corner. To make the attack... So they've actually got cover on this angle. But if I move here, they don't. And I'll still have enough for attack if I do this. Are they shooting next to them? Why are they shooting here? Is it because I had the angle like this so it targeted this square? I think it is. I think I just lost that engagement because of where I clicked. Well, these are the things you learn, I suppose.
No can do.
I'm just taking pot shots. There's a very low chance they can do anything. Let's get the sniper. You're in range, right? Yeah. Let's deploy you. 5 shots left with the sniper rifle. Who's alive here? I think it's just this miss. No, this guy here is alive. That's a miss. I hit this guy but didn't kill him.
Contact.
I will just end everyone else. Okay, now can you please finish this? There we go. That should have been ended a turn earlier.
Hostiles down.
Now I don't know how we end the mission because there's still 5% enemies.
Yeah.
But my objective was to sweep the area and clear out 60% of all units. So is that it over? I guess we need to look for more enemies.
On our way.
That's the edge of the map there.
Yeah.
It might just kick off at the end of this round, but just in case, I am going to spread out. Just check these corners.
Let's do this.
Sniper has the most vision, so you can check over here.
Oscar Mike.
Units will stop if they detect an enemy, by the way, which is why I'm not too worried about doing big moves into the fog of war. Yeah, round 14. Who are we looking for here, game? That last enemy fled, right? Or are they still on the field? Is that guy who ran away, did they actually just run in this direction and not leave?
Yep.
That's maybe what I'm thinking. Which is why it's only 5%.
Yeah.
Yep.
Orders?
Listen up. We're moving.
I've basically explored the whole map now.
Yep.
Unless they're like tucked in behind here. You guys come this way.
Moving.
I hope I haven't got a bugged mission. Because I only need to clear 60% out.
Orders?
It's not like a way to... Nope, that doesn't end the mission. Okay. Oh, I just reset the music, sorry.
Orders? We've got movement.
Found them. Okay.
Finally.
There was an unactivated squad right on the edge of the map. Okay, let's take them out. This is an EMP squad. They have an EMP gun. They also are probably going to do some damage to our sniper here. Nah, the sniper's good. Okay, we're just going to move the sniper here. Because I do not want to leave a sniper out in the open. We'll deploy them. We can't shoot this turn with them.
Yeah.
But you know who can head towards them? These guys. Our main operators.
Yeah.
There's not much else anyone else can do right now, but we'll just start moving everyone in this direction. This, by the way, the soundtrack. Are you listening to this audio? Oh, don't go into cover. Don't be babies.
Yep.
Charge me down. Now my sniper doesn't get line of sight, so I'm just going to run at these guys. I'm not too worried about a 3-man squad at this stage in the game. Now, I don't know if they will be able to shoot them. That's one.
No, stop.
Missed with the second shot.
Yeah?
You can stay there. You've got no ammo left.
What's up?
Just move everyone else quickly.
Listen up. We're moving.
Okay, almost there.
Orders?
I feel like the mission should have ended when I got 60%, but it is a preview build. This is a very early version of the game, so let's not worry too much. Next turn we can just murder them with our SMGs. I wonder why they didn't engage. Oh, there's another squad. Maybe this is 95% of 60% is what is going on here. That's what this is.
Yeah.
Now we did get a shoot back there because they were out of range. But if I move into here, you're still out of range. We have to move a little bit closer. If I move to here, we've still got a shot. And if they shoot back at us, we can shoot back at them. Yeah. These guys have no cover. They're pinned and wavering.
What is a trinket worth? Really?
And your turn. And then we'll finish these guys off. No, I don't want to activate her. I want to activate these guys. Oh, they've already moved this turn. Okay, that makes sense.
They're suppressed.
He's down. Can we get the last shot in? No, she's out of ammo. And we don't have ammo. Range of the carbine. Annoying. You're done. You're done. Okay, you guys just murder these guys, please.
All right.
Okay, mission complete. So that was it was 95% of 60%. That's what was confusing me. I don't know if you noticed that, but she said, "Look at me now, Dad." And that is our mission completed. So we got some looted supplies, which have a trade value. Now there is no trading in the game right now, but this would go towards the black market. And the things that we've picked up are, we've got bridgeheads, which means we get an additional 10% supply points for the rest of the operation. We've got 16 promotion points, because with this 3.5 stars, it would have been faster if I'd found those enemies. So unfortunately, I lost promotion points because I had to go hunting. But we have the choice between some more soft armor or a medium mortar. A medium-sized 80mm mortar manufactured in Great Numsers by King Post Ordnance and used to deliver fire support in the form of HE and smoke shells over long distances. This weapon is mounted on a tripod to be carried by infantry. It has to be set up to be fired and slows down any squad carrying it. Ignores cover. Set up the second weapon to fire a fragmentation shell that exposes to shrapnel impact and causes severe suppression. This unit is encumbered and has its movement cost per tile increased by 3. Let's grab the mortar. That sounds like a lot of fun. Then we get a breakdown of what everyone did. So the kill count here is how many squads they wiped out, not individual units. So Jane wiped out 1 squad, Lim wiped out 2 squads, Pike wiped out 1 squad, Jean wiped out 1 squad, and Griefinger wiped out 3 squads. I told you that this guy was good. Unfortunately, F's in chat for Kashmir Goat, but Paper Shank has been recovered and will be able to fight again one day, which is pretty good. And that is the end of the first mission of our operation in Menace. I'm going to cut these up into separate videos, so I'll try and get you the next one tomorrow night. We'll do like the whole week of Menace, but this is our first mission. I had a lot of fun with it. The next one we're going to go for is the Destroy Weapon Cache mission, which will get us access to a random pirate weapon, which I'm really interested in. We also now have 863 points to deploy with, so what I want to bring on this mission is a vehicle. Before we end the video, let's just have a quick look at the mission layout. So we've got this is the area we need to get to. We have stuff we need to destroy, a lot of stuff we need to destroy, quite a lot of open ground to cover. Yeah, we have to destroy weapon caches. So I think a vehicle would make sense on this mission. The question is do we take less infantry and bring along the light troop carrier, maybe with potentially the auto laser, which has infinite ammo, I believe, or maybe it doesn't, or we could go with the heavy machine gun, and of course it does also have the MMG. Or do we bring along the ATV with a big gun on it? We'd have to make a decision there. Also, do we swap out the medium MG for the mortar on one of our squads? If we do that, we'd probably drop the sniper rifle and give the extra ammo to the squad that's carrying the mortar. Bear in mind that she gets a discount to carry stuff like this. We do also have a promotion point. That's something else we need to have a look at as well. So I'll have to have a think about where I'm going to spend that promotion point and where I'm going to do with my loadout. But that's for the next video. This video is done. I had a lot of fun playing Menace. I hope you did too. I will catch you in the next video. Let me know if you've got anything. I'm not going to record this. I'm actually going to record this tomorrow. So I'll get this video out tonight. If you have comments, I will take them into account for the next video. So if you have a particular loadout you want to see, or you don't want me to take the mortar, let me know in the comments, and I'll take that into account when I'm putting together my plan for the mission. Until then, I will see you later. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying Menace as much as I am. Have a great day. Ciao for now. Bye.